Hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is Ahmad Dini bin Azman. So today I want to present for FIN546 individual assignment that the title is Wadi'ah. First, we go to the introduction. Wadi'ah come the word wada' means the action of depositing, living and lodging. There are two definitions of Wadi'ah put forward by scholars of fiqh. First, scholar of the Hanafi school define Wadi'ah as involving another person in safeguarding property, whether through explicit expression, action or gesture. For example, someone says to another person, I entrust you this bag of mine to you, and the other replies, I accept. Then the Wadi'ah contract is considered complete. Or someone entrusts a book to another by saying, I entrust this book of mine to you, and the person receiving it remains silent as a sign of agreement. Second, scholar of the Maliki, Shafi'i and Hanbali school, which is Jumhur Ulama, define Wadi'ah as authorizing another person to safeguard certain property in a certain manner. In carry out Wadi'ah, specific pillars, which is rukun, and condition, which is syarat, need to be met. Ijab and Kabul are the only components of Rukun al-Wadi'ah according to the Hanafiyah. Other elements are considered condition and not part of the Rukun. According to the Shafi'iyah, al-Wadi'ah has three Rukun. First, the entrusted item. The condition for the entrusted item is that it must be something that can be legally owned according to Shara. Second, the person depositing and receiving the entrusted item. It is required that both parties be of age, which is baligh, of sound mind, akil, and fulfill other conditions similar to those required for wakalah, which is agency. Third is the declaration of handover. The ijab kabul must be understood by both parties either clearly or ambiguously. Next, for modus operandi, there are two types of wadi'ah. Firstly, wadi'ah yad amanah is a Sharia compliant safekeeping arrangement in Islamic finance where a customer, which is the depositor, give an asset or money to a certain financial institution, which is the custodian, solely for safekeeping. In this contract, the custodian receives a trust deposit and must not use or derive any benefit from the item deposited. The asset is still owned by the depositor, and the bank only has the responsibility to return the item or an amount when ordered. Next, Wadi'ah Yadamanah is one variety of Islamic banking contract which allows a depositor to deposit a monetary sum or a monetary asset with an Islamic financial institution which proposes to take full responsibility for safekeeping as well as guarantee the depositor or the guarantee the deposit holder full return of that deposit. The term Wadi'ah means safekeeping, and Yadamanah means a hand that carries the liability or a hand that guarantees. In contrast to Wadi'ah Yad Amanah, in which a bank is a pure agent of trustee and does not provide any way to use the funds. Wadi'ah Yamanah allows the bank to use or invest the fund as there is not a requirement to not earn revenue on that deposit as long as the bank guarantees to provide full return of the funds when the depositor demand is, which is upon demand. We go to the issue which the article said that Wadi'ah is not relevant. This is because in such a contract, the party receiving the deposit, which is the bank, is held responsible for the safekeeping of the asset and must replace it if it lost or damaged due to their negligence. However, if the bank utilizes the deposited funds, the nature of the contract changes and is considered as a court contract, meaning the rules and conditions of court will then apply. Regarding profits generated from the deposited fund, although any earnings from using the fund legally belongs to the bank, it may voluntarily offer hibah, which is a gift to the customer as token of appreciation. Nonetheless, this practice is subject to debate among scholars. Since Wadi'ah Yadamanah, when treated as a court, it adopts similar rulings like any form of benefit provided to the customer, which is who is technically the lender, could be interpreted as riba, which is prohibited. This issue presents a significant challenge for Islamic banks in designing innovative deposit products that comply with Islamic Financial Services Act (IFSA) requirement due to practical and operational limitations. Based on article, the writer said it is possible to use another deposit-based products. Like in modern Islamic banking, court-based deposit products are widely adopted, particularly by banks in the Middle East. The primary goal of this structure is to ensure the safety of the deposited fund while still permitting the bank to utilize those funds for its business operations. Second, Mudarabah is another Sharia contract that Islamic banks use for Islamic deposit product. It's an agreement between two people to carry out a specific joint venture, and under that, it is possible to replace with an Islamic deposit product according to Wakalah Bil Al-Istithmar, which is an investment agency. A consumer will deposit a specific amount of money under this product with an Islamic financial institution. To conclude, Wadi'ah has restricted innovation in Islamic deposit products as banks struggle to balance compliance, competitiveness and regulatory demands such as those under the Islamic Financial Service Act (IFSA). To address these issues, many Islamic banks, particularly in the Middle East and Malaysia, have begun to adopt code explicitly for deposits products, ensuring hibah is given strictly at the bank's discretion and not promoted as a return. In addition, investment-based contracts such as Mudarabah and Wakalah Bil Istithmar are being introduced, allowing returns to be based on actual investment outcome which align more closely with the principle of Islamic finance. These alternatives offer a more transparent and Sharia-compliant approach by enhancing customer understanding and promoting ethical financial practices. So that's all from me. Thank you.